So McCochin, he's got a prize at these practices. Okay. Why are you looking at me like that? This is a big deal. McCochin has a practice player of the day.
Goosey!
And Marcos, not the best part.
Yeah.
The practice player of the day gets an orange jersey.
My fave.
Okay. And, well, I'll just let McCochin explain it.
Ooh.
Here's McCochin. You got this,
Off
J-Big?
season, we're spitballing various things. Coach John Embry brought up the idea of, there was a lot of talk about my DJ skills pre-team meetings. So to kind of put that to bed and say, hey, if you're so great, why don't you show yourself? He floated the idea of having a practice player organically as a staff. We kind of came up with selecting a particular person that would not only be represented as the best player on the field from the practice before, but also take all accountability for DJ selections from the head coach and make sure everyone knows that it's the person with the orange jersey that's making those calls.
How about that?
So basically, the player of the day gets to control the music.
That's right, Leroy. That's right. How about that for some incentive, huh? What's wrong?
When I played football, we ain't have no stinking music.
Oh, you're such a funny dummy.
You know when they played? You know when they played music?
Hmm?
When they were pumping in crowd noise, and it wasn't good music.
Dude, so
you are. Can I just tell you
what? You don't like this? I love this.
Fan with good access.
Thank you. You are
wow.
That person, right? That gets excited about anything and everything, but it's really not nothing.
I love it. I just think it's a genius idea.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Before we got busted, we used to have blue collar dollars.
I don't know what the hell that is. What is that?
Straight cash, homie. When during the course of a game, if you made a big play or a play that exceeded what your role was, you get a couple of bucks in an envelope.
Wow. Was that like would they give it to you on the field? Not on the field,
No.
but like on the sideline, or they wait for the locker?
No, on Monday.
I want to see that cash.
When we watching film.
Monday.
Yeah, after the game, when you watch a game film. Hand out them blue collar dollars. Let me tell you. Because I was a try hard guy, breaking tackles and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
blue collar dollars are cool, but
well, but then
it's not practice player of the day.
Here, you know how that parade got ended, right?
No,
because it came into question if that money was considered part of the salary cap.
Ah, lame.
Right, like sometimes things start off so just organic, and it ends up being an infraction. So we had to stop that.
According to McCochin, Jalen Phillips, he has the so far the worst playlist thus far.
I was getting ready to say
the worst.
How can I ask a question? How can a D lineman get player of the day?
Oh,
when it's not contact.
I don't know. I didn't ask that. I probably should. That's a good follow up. However, here's a McCochin on Jalen Phillips's playlist.
Had a negative reaction to the way the playlist. Did anybody have a playlist that was not well received?
That was another learning opportunity for the team, because I think the first day Jalen Phillips received some flack, and then just for some particular selections. Everyone has an opinion, especially when it comes to things like that. But we talked about it as a team, and since then there's been no grumblings, because the whole point is if you have any comments or critiques over the DJ list, become the DJ.
Boom. See? Oh, you don't like it? Come get the orange jersey, son.
It's brilliant.
It is
And I
brilliant.
mean
Dude,
this-
this is brilliant.
And I mean this.
New dawn in Dolphins land.
Hold on. And I mean this sincerely. You're an idiot.
What?
You are, dude. Can I just tell you right now?
I'm not an idiot.
If you were a bass, you would keep getting caught by the same plastic worm.
That's not true.
It is. Every time you go around a facility, you come back with some tidbits that lets me know, Tobin got caught again.
I didn't get caught. And by the way, yesterday's practice player of the day was a D lineman. And you knew it immediately. I don't know.
How? Well, you can't get blocked.
Nah, I think it's about just showing you're bringing it, Yesterday
It's easy to bring it when you can't get hit.
Dude,
Can I say something?
Sure.
During minicamp and during OTAs, you know how many Hall of Fame wide receivers and running backs we see? Right?
No.
Guy prancing across the middle of the field. And we used to write that number down. Ooh, I can't wait till we get some first action to see if he can do this in real life. And he can't. He can't. Football has so much to do with being able to respond to getting hit.
Yeah, but
we know blocked. But we know Wilkins.
But we know Wilkins is a good player. He was vibing yesterday, dude. David, can you bring him up vibing? Because he was vibing yesterday. Just hitting that air guitar in the line. That was Jason Aldean.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's what he looked. Yeah, because he had Clemson.
Oh yeah. Well, you knew it was him immediately.
And guess what? He trying to enjoy his playlist. If you notice, ain't nobody else enjoying it like he is. Because it's his playlist, right? Look, everybody's like, "Come on, dude. Look,
come on.
I'm just here to get my stretch on."
You knew it immediately because we get there and we know this about Christian Wilkins. Dude loves musicals. Musicals. And so we're standing outside the gate waiting to be let in. I'm like, is that High School Musical playing over the loudspeakers?
Oh,
dude's got a High School Musical just playing right before everybody goes out there stretching.
Here's the other thing. He might want to go with a double X.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
You talking about pants or jersey?
Oh yeah, pants.
They were
looking real snug.
A little snug.
It almost looked like somebody painted his uniform on.
Tell you what, JVic, you bring up McCoachin at practice yesterday? Because I tell you, he just an essence to him, dude. Does it with a joy. That's what I noticed about McCoachin yesterday.
Okay, I believe it, but guess what? It's easy. And I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer.
Yeah,
but the reality of it is it's easy for everybody to have a smile on their face when there's no adversity. You ain't having adversity.
Sure, I guess. I mean,
but isn't that the true sense of where you are? Is when you have some adversity and you get through that, whether it's during the course of a game or a season or anything like that. That's your first real test of how you are as a coach or how you are as a quarterback or a player or a defense, or if they're blitzing offensively and you make adjustments and the line starts picking it up. That's the true test. So, although I get OTAs, I understand OTAs, right? Mm-hmm. I'm still not making a big deal about it because there's no indication. Have you ever heard a coach say we had a terrible OTA?
I don't know.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
Yeah,
you haven't.
He's chatting it up with Cheetah. Did you see what Cheetah did? Cheetah made Cheetah made his profile pic McCoachin. I like that.
Hey, you know what that's called? That might get him 2 more throws a game.
Maybe it will. I think he knows. He's like, you can just tell. He finds himself some Cheetah. He's just like, this guy is my number one weapon.
Really? I mean, I love the way Christian Wilkins just goes into a guitar solo,
Yeah.
and then goes right back to stretching.
That's it's multi-talented.
And
Multi-talented.
and McCoachin looks like he weighs 127 pounds.
He is small. He is
Yeah.
small. There's no doubt about that. But he means business. That's one thing I noticed. You know?
You know what? It's you sometimes, to be honest with you, the style of team and the style of play that you teach or coach sometimes has an indication of how you are as a coach, right? So when you think about some of the coaches that are hard asses and think of their teams, the Mike Dickers, right? You think of how those guys go about it as far as defense. Now, I will say there's one coach that breaks that theory, and that's Tony Dungy. Tony Dungy was a defensive guy, won championship with a defense, right? However, he is not, he's more of a player's coach, a guy who talks it out. He doesn't yell and do stuff like that.
You know what I think I like most about McCoachin? The sunglasses.
Too
I was
big?
gonna say that, man. They're
The
not
sun-
like coach glasses.
No, they're not. They're like what are those?
Miami glasses.
Those are Miami glasses. Like he fits right in. He's
Gotta
just
tell
like
you, he got that little bitty ass sweatshirt on. It's hot as hell out there,
I was gonna say,
McCoachin.
isn't it a little hot?
You know what though?
Yeah.
I'm a big. I like to wear long sleeves sometimes if he's a sweater, it helps because it goes.
You know
doesn't go down your
what
arms.
Belichick used to do?
What?
Belichick used to wear a short sleeve sweat jacket. And they asked him why. He said, so I can get a feel for how hot the players are.
What?
Yeah. He even coached that.
That's
Dude,
the thing
I'm
he
telling
said.
you. Yeah. I promise you. He said, so when we're out in the hot sun and we're practicing, I can get a feel for where the players are and how far to go with it because I'm feeling the same heat.
I mean, that's good. I mean, it's not practice player of the day, though. I mean,
Practice player of the day.
Because McCoachin, here's one more from McCoachin. McCoachin was saying it gets the people going.
Unintended consequence. But I think there's multiple winners in the whole process. But I think the guys, they definitely respect the players that have been given it, and it's something you can tell this team's full of competitors because they even within one's position group, the second one guy receives it, it seems to lift up the rest of level of play from that group.
Wow.
Much I agree with.
Wow.
I got the goosies.
I agree with. He's taken his team, and every time they go on the field, he puts them in a position to compete. Right, and so that is a good thing. Like that is a very good thing because you'd be amazed at how many guys who have talent to play in the NFL but don't compete, right? They just think it's just supposed to work out because they're superiorly athletic or fast or whatever. They just think it's going to work out. Those are usually your guys. Every time they run around, complain about getting held. Those are the guys who usually, if somebody jams you up at the line of scrimmage, then you don't run that route the way you should. Whereas if you have a team of competitors, those guys are going to fight through that and get to where they need to be. So that is, when he said that is a good consequence of it. Absolutely.
So you agree with him?
And see, listen.
What?
Just because I agree with a part of that doesn't mean that I still care about doing it in OTAs. He was accurate, though. One of the consequences of that is you find out who your competitors are on the team.